What's up, you guys? It's Alize Honey Monet in the flesh, honey, getting it popping. And yes, welcome. This is my first tutorial. Alright, so we're just jumping right into it and getting it popping. First things first, we're going to do some brows. The pencil that I'm using is my Ulta Super Skinny Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. This brow pencil is absolutely amazing. It has the same consistency as the Anastasia uh, mechanical brow pencil, as well as the It Cosmetic new brow pencil that just came out. But the difference of it is that I love the most is that it's only $10. So I buy these things in bundles. But it's an amazing brow pencil. Super amazing. Alright, you guys. So I'm just going to go in with my other brow. And what I'm going to do, what I like to do is I like to start from the bottom. And I just create um, my arch and I create my line. Then I go back in at the top of the brow and then I just connect it. And then I take light hair-like strokes and I just go in and I just get it popping and I apply that color. So the mainly thing you want to do, always apply your pencil in the direction that your brows grow. And then use your spoolie and just make sure that you brush everything out so that it looks more natural and more hair-like. In the front of the brow, really take your time by like blending it out to make sure that your brows are symmetric. Just go from your highest brow. I like to go over and I just take a dot and I just go over just to make sure that they're symmetric and line it up. I'm going with your concealer. The concealer palette that I'm using is the NYX Color Correct Concealer Palette. It actually has 6 shades in there. I use this for highlighting, color correcting, and also contouring, you guys. It's super, super cute. It's a dupe to the MAC Pro Concealer Palette. It's the exact same thing, you guys. I swear to God not. And except for it's only $17. So, yes. I prefer to spend the bulk of my money on palettes. So, I kind of go cheap in other areas so I can have more money for my palettes. And my shadows and my foundation. Alright, so take your finger after you have defined the bottom of your brow and just kind of carve it out. And just blend it out. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually going in on the other side of my brow. I like to create a unibrow on my face. I know it's a little awkward looking, but that's so I make sure that my brows are actually symmetric and they are aligned. It's one thing to have one arch higher than the other, but then it's another thing to actually have your brows sit higher than the other. You don't want that. That's not cute. So once again, we're just going to go ahead with our finger and we're just going to blend it out. You guys really take your time on your eyebrows because you don't want them to look like they're just Sharpie marks on your face. That's not cute. It's a nightmare. It's the brow. No, no. Alright. So, now, after your brows are completed, you're going to go in and we're going to color correct. So sorry about that. I'm just getting ready to jump right in. So, what I like to do out of that corrector palette is I use the peach shade that's in there. And I just go in and I just apply it all over to kind of color correct my dark circles that I have. It's genetic, you guys. Hey, blame it on my grandma and my mama. But, yeah, dark circles run major in our family. So, yeah, just color correct those out. Blend, blend, blend. You guys are going to hear me say the word blend and build a lot in my tutorial. That is my absolute law, my rule when it comes to your makeup. You want to build and blend over and over and over again to your highlight, to your shadows, to your foundations, to your contour. Build and blend. Alright, blend it out. Yes. Bye-bye, dark circles. Alright, now we're going to go in with our primer potion. This is from Urban Decay, you guys. This is like the best eyeshadow primer. Wherever you are going to apply eyeshadow, you should be applying a primer, even on the bottom of the eye. And just blend it out. Alright, you guys. Now I'm going to take my fluffy blending brush. I think it's the 224 brush from MAC. And I'm going to use a flush tone. And I'm just going to blend this out all over. This is going to make so that when you put your shadows on, they blend nicely. Oh, sorry. I forgot to show you guys the color. This is Textured by MAC. It's my favorite go-to fresh tone color. Sorry, you guys. That hotline bling be going crazy first thing in the morning. All right, now we're going to go on with our red brick. This is my favorite transition color for women of color. It is amazing. All right, first things first. Watch how I apply this. I tilt my head back. I look down into my mirror, and then I go in and I apply my shadow. So I had to speed this up, you guys, because literally I take forever when it comes to blending out my eyeshadows because, like I said, build and blend, build and blend. It's easier to apply more. It's a whole lot harder to take off if you apply too much. Plus, it eats up some of your time. Nobody ain't got time for that. Alright, sweet. So, I'm just going to keep blending it out. As you guys can see, I really pull it out because I want it to look as natural and airbrushed as possible. I hate hard lines. I hate it. Alright, and we're just going to keep building. Now, rule of thumb too, you guys, wherever the first place that your eyeshadow brush touches, that's where you're going to get the bulk of that color. Ah, yes, my favorite palette. I couldn't wait to use it. This is the Urban Decay 20th Anniversary palette, and it's amazing. Can't you tell I'm happy? Yep. So we're going to go on with this color right here. It's called Suspend. It looks way darker in the palette than it did in the video. I had to have a quick jam session. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually building that color, and I'm just kind of like going to blend this out into my crease area. I'm kind of winging it, you guys. I have no clue what these colors are going to look like, but yeah, we're just going to go with the flow. Whatever. Blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. Blend it. I like to use a minimum of 4 shadows when I'm doing my makeup. Minimum of 4, and that also would include any kind of glitter or pigment that I use. Alright, so we're just going to blend that out. And I'm still using that same color you guys called Suspend from the Urban Decay 20th Anniversary palette. It's called Vice Reloaded. I love this palette, you guys. It's super pretty. If you didn't get a chance to buy it, you totally missed out. It's a really good palette. Alright, and so what I like to do, you guys, this is a huge thing that I like to do to make sure that everything is nice and blended. I go back in with my transition color, which is that red brick, and I just don't put any more on that brush, but I just go back in with that blending brush and I just blend it out. Alright, now I'm going to use my flat brush. It's kind of like, I like to call it like a little flat concealer brush. And I'm going to pack on this color called Midnight Cowboy. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys the color again. It's right here. It's a peach shimmer shade, and I'm just applying that all over my lid with that flat brush. Alright, you guys. Blend, blend, blend. Pat, pat, pat. Like I said, I build everything. Build, foil, pack, everything. Alright. So, now, wait, what just happened? Oh my god. Well, I'm going to leave it. I guess you guys can actually see me blend more. Alright, so, yeah, just blending. Yeah, that looks pretty blended. Yeah. Okay, back to business. I was weird. I don't even know what just happened. Alright, cool. So, what we're going to do, I'm going with this dark color called Oil Slick with my pencil brush. Yeah, and I'm just really going to focus on my outer V. So what I'm doing, you guys, is I just take the tip of that brush. You guys, I like to call this carving out. I wouldn't necessarily call it a cut crease, but you could call it a cut crease. I just call it carving. It's another lingo that I learned from one of my mentors at MAC. MAC Chula Vista is one of the best counters in the San Diego district. Alright, and I'm just going to do my liner. Okay, you guys, I like to start in the middle of my eye, creating my flick. And what I do is I actually bring it through the center of my crease and I just flick it out. Once my flick is the way I like it, I come in with the inner part of the eye and I just kind of bring it in. So I'm constantly in and out, back and forth. I like to do my wing eyeliner in sections. Um, I didn't get eyeliner until I went for my advanced makeup certification with MAC. My trainer was super dope with giving me some good pointers and tips on how to make sure that my wings were symmetric. I'll do a video on that for you guys a little bit later, and we'll get that. I'll show you guys how that all works. Take your time with your liner, you guys. I just cannot express this enough. Check back and forth. Yes. Going down in the DM. Woo. Yes, honey. That yo gotta go hard. All right. I know my DM be popping in my inbox. Hey. All right. Now, after we've got that together, it's time for us to move on to my other favorite part. I like to go in and I really like to make sure that my crease is popping. I like to make sure that it's super defined. So I go back in with my pencil brush and I also go back in with that oil slick. And I just kind of like to just really make sure that it's nice and deep, and it also goes with my eyeliner. I take my blending brush and I just blend it out accordingly. Like I said, I still want to make sure that it's blended. Pat out. Yes, honey. Glitter. I love it. This is an NYX. It's a pink glitter eyeliner. It's the bomb. I just use it to apply my glitter all over my lid. This is a quick way on to apply glitter instead of like packing on a whole bunch of glitter and making a mess everywhere if you're not glitter savvy. Alright. We're just going to apply that all over the lid where we have that lighter shade, that midnight cowboy. Yeah. Alright, keep going. And we're just going to do the other eye the exact same way. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Applying our glitter. Boom. Yes, honey, I'm all about lashes. These are my two favorite go-to pair of lashes that I stack. This is my everyday go-to lashes, except for if I'm going out to the club, then I get a little cray and I might wear like the Vegas Nays or the Double Ups by Ardell. So just, yeah, apply your lashes. You really want to make sure, you guys, that your lashes are as close to your lash line as possible. This is going to create an illusion that they are actually growing out of your eyes. And it looks more natural. Alright, so you really want to just take your time. I think I had some glue on my nail or something because it kept sticking to my nail. Alright, pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch it. If you don't know how to use your fingers or your false nails, use some tweezers or a lash applicator. This is the Lancome primer called Le Bis. It's really, really good. I like it a whole lot. It's very similar to Smashbox's Photo Finish primer. It's amazing. I'm taking my foundation. This is a Lancome foundation. It's their 24-hour foundation. I am shade 520C. Lancome has the best foundations for women of color. I'm sorry, they have the undertones correct. It's not too red. It's not too orange. It's always perfect. And they have more darker shades too for us very chocolatey mahogany beauties out there. So I just take like a flat, this is the Real Technique. It's an angled flat kabuki brush. It's bomb. It's retractable. Ladies, please apply your foundation on your neck. You just want to make sure that it looks right and you're not wearing a mask. So for my highlight, I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. And yes, I'm applying my war paint. Looking like a little Indian girl. Yes. Alright, you guys. And just, you guys, don't get too cray with this stuff. I've seen people apply this crap like all over the place. And it's like, dude, why even waste time putting on foundation? Now you just look like a big old highlight. Ugh. I really need to stop doing that. I actually was getting off the foundation off my piercing. Hit that forehead, honey. Get that forehead glowing. Yes. And then what I like to use to blend this out is the same brush that I use for my foundation. And I'm just blending it out. Blending it out. One of the techniques that I use with blending out my highlight is called stippling. And that's stippling right there where you just pat, 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 pat. And you just really want to make sure that, watch your pressure, you guys, because you don't want to, like, blend and smear this in with your foundation, because then it just looks like a nightmare. Like you just chose the wrong shade of foundation. So using our Benign Luxury Banana Powder, and we're going, honey, what are you doing? This is way too much powder. Oh, girl, get your life, honey. Get it together. Yes, what you did. Looking a mess. All right, guys, back to business. You guys do not apply that much powder, okay? That's just way too much. Just, yes, blend that out, honey. Make sure you blend. Okay, she has her life. Okay, she's blended. All right, so just blend that off. Some people like to let it sit up there for a while. I don't know why, but hey, to each their own. I just apply it and wipe it off. Yes, I look a mess. Ugh. You guys, don't pay my background on mine. I went shopping for Poppy and just, I hadn't hung his clothes up yet. All right. So now onto the contour. I used that dark shade out of that palette to contour. The NYX concealer palette. That's what I like to use. All right. And I'm just blending it out. Like I said, blend and build. Blend and build. One of the rules that I like to do when I'm applying my contour is I like to start from the center of my ear and I work it down the hollow point. That's how you find where your contour is supposed to go. Fish face works really, really good. I don't know. You'll develop your own little face and technique that you like to do when you're applying your contour. So this is what I like to use for my setting powder. It's actually a foundation, and it's from Bare Minerals. It's the Golden Dark Matte Foundation, and I just apply that all over my face. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. Yes. Oh, be careful, honey. And I like to do the bottom of my eyes last because I like to do my highlighter first. Then I go back in and I apply this at the bottom, and then I just simply blend it out and just make it give that smoke effect on the bottom. Yes, I like to take a pencil brush. I'm using a pencil brush, and I'm going in, and that same brush that I used for my outer V, I use that on the bottom. And I just blend it out, making it smoky. Alright. Little mascara on these falsies to help blend in my natural lashes. Oh, how could I forget the blush? Back to the face, you guys. I'm going to apply my blush. This is by Velvet. This is Velvet by Bare Minerals. One of my favorite all-time blushes. It's just super light, super cute, and just gives just enough pop of color. How could I forget, you guys? I forgot the highlight. This is my favorite highlighter, you guys, for women of color. If MAC discontinues this, I'm going to be pissed. It's called Petal Power. It's actually a blush. It's from the Mineralized collection. And that's what I use for my highlight. Yeah. Onto the lips. This is just simply a butter gloss from NYX. It's called Peanut Brittle. Sorry, the camera didn't focus. And I apply that. And guess what, honey? We are done. She is beat. Yes. Ah, I love it. It came out really pretty. Well, you guys, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.